John chapter 17, verse 15. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil. Okay, first and foremost, I'd like to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Shemrakah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And salutation to the Akams that's pushing the truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this video be edifying first and foremost to the whole elect, and to those that cleave to the body. And it's a quick lesson, all right, right before we get to camp here, on just the world is strong. Remember not to underestimate it, okay? Because the Lord in these last days have allowed some of the strongest vices to go out in the world, all right, by way of the enemy, all right. He that wish to devour us, sift us, okay, and take our crowns from us, are really he that cometh to take the word away, okay. He cometh to steal it, that which the Lord say, keep that which thou hast in Revelation with patience, okay. Let me get that. 3:10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of thy patience, which, you know, that patience is the what? It's the trial. Okay? The thing that besets you while you wait. Okay? Which is, you know, some of the traps the enemies have lured and put in place, snares to take you. All right? And really it's to get you to go outside of your hedge. All right? So the serpent can bite you. But that serpent is very cunning, all right, and he's known as the evil one, okay? So there's cunning attributes to a serpent, which can be in a crafty sense, a bad sense, or even a good sense, all right? It's knowing your enemy, okay, that the power that the Lord have given unto him, okay, to devour those that disobey his word, that you stay in the good graces of the Lord so you can remain within the confinements of his mercy. You see? Stand in, even though we had to dwell here, okay, we don't have to be taken captive of Satan according to his will. Because if we follow that which right and do good, all right, then the Lord will keep us in that bubble of protection. You see? It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And we're going to be tried and refined, man, right? Through afflictions, through walks, through trials, tribulations, okay? Which is going to complete us, okay? It's going to help complete us and teach us how to actually overcome. See, we was put in the world to overcome, not for for Satan to come over us. All right, you know, we was put in the world to scatter the will over evil, and you do that by exercising righteousness. You know, stand within the things that you have been taught. All right, and that we have known, and this is how we continue to grow and develop. Okay, you take away from yourself when you try the outside world to take on the world. All right, by the way of wisdom. All right, wisdom teach you to walk, hide away from the world. It teaches you to avoid, all right, not to come in contact with. You see? So wisdom have taught us to walk. You know, it says, you know, walk in wisdom to them that are without. Most of the people that's in the world, all right, they don't have the knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. They don't have the knowledge of direction, the knowledge of choosing good and evil. Because they don't possess the wisdom that was given into the elect from the beginning of time, man. You know? But also the Lord have put Satan in place to buffet us, right? To make sure, all right, we stay on the path of righteousness. This is Psalms 10:2. The wicked in his pride do it persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. You see? So there's vices that's imagined against the elect. Okay? And ultimately, you know, it's set up. Those vices or those schemes and plots and plans are set up, okay, to actually web you. All right, and after it web you is to take you out of the way of your take your armor, to strip your armor. All right, and that's basically make you naked and ashamed. You know that you sinning off. Okay, it says okay, let's see. See, it says the wicked arrogantly hunt down the poor. Let them be caught in the evil they plan for others. All right, so there's a plan of evil that have gone out in the world. All right, to take you. You see, and remember, the world is strong. That's why the Lord is at enmity with it. See, it says, "Come up out of her, for this is not your rest." You see, we can't get any rest here. All right, because peace not allowed here. Peace will be allowed in paradise. This world, Satan was given a charge for a time to take peace from the earth, going back to the book of Revelation. You see? So in that peace, all right, which goes into Yahweh Shai, all right, he is the king of peace, Malak Tazadak. So when you do, all right, sup with Yahweh Shai, you find a peace that passes all understanding. All right, this is Proverbs 19, and I want to just get this quick lesson, and I'm going to get it up. It says, there's many, I'll read 20. Hear counsel and receive instruction, that thou mayest be wise in thy latter end. So walk in wisdom, all right, that you may be wise in your latter end, using wisdom and the things at the end. Because we're going to need the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding more than ever now, because this devil rage done increased, all right, his wickedness done been elevated, okay, and ultimately, all right, he's been set up right now to seek and devour whom he can. All right, why he wrong, you know, saying he had a short time. All right, this devil is after any and everything. Well, chiefly just after the elect, right? It says there are many devices in a man's heart, and there's many vices that's going out in the world, from women to mammon to different jobs, right? And that's Satan's playground. The world, all right, when you interact with it, okay, and you don't observe the time and be discreet, what tends to happen is you'll get lackadaisical. All right, you'll be like, well, you know, I got my sword in my armor and I could deal with it. You got to kind of hide from the world. See, when Sodom and Gomorrah, we use Lot for an example of an account, when the world around him was so wicked, Lot went in his doors, and the angels told Lot, close the doors about thee. All right, but that door goes into what? That goes into your heart as well, right? What you letting inside of it to influence it, you know, to get it to charge. Remember, a man, the heart is desperately wicked. Who can know it? All right. So even though we have this word within our heart, we still have to walk in the integrity of the wisdom. All right. To know how to utilize what we know. All right. It says there are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of Yahweh that shall stand. And where the counsel come from? The righteous man. All right. The counsel come from fear. All right, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay, Yahweh Shai. You see, that's the thing that's gonna stand. Anything else, you gotta take heed. How thou stand, at least you fall. All right, Satan is just here to make you fall. You see, let's see what this word vices say here. Thought, same thing, right? Inventions. A lot of things have went out in the world to basically get you to go to off, right? All right, sin was from the beginning, but now since we're at the end of sin, you about to see the height of his wickedness. Okay, this is 2 Corinthians 2:11. Obviously, you got to bring this out. All right, it says, least Satan should get advantage of us, and Satan just goes into the adversary of the Most High. He just him that's made for evil, the wicked. All right, the vessels unto dishonor. Okay. For we are not ignorant. See, we don't ignore of his devices. So you can't ignore them. All right. And the way you don't ignore them is to ward them off. All right. It's to fight, you know, that water, that spirit against that, you know, the water of the word, the spirit. All right. To battle against the flesh. All right. And if you don't be ignorant towards that, you'll get the victory. All right. It says, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. And in the world is where all the evil scheme of Satan. That's Satan's That's his domain, right? This world was given into the wicked. Okay, so when you enter into it, okay, you're entering to the lair of the devil. All right, and it get very hot there, you know. And we got to stay within the cool of that breeze of the spirit, man, that we can triumph in the end. So I don't want to wrap this out. It was edifying. Till next time, I say shalom.